thought we could run through my 2026 reading journal as I now have it set up, and I wanted to run through it before I start filling anything in there. We have at the homepage just says 2026 reading journal and some stickers and stuff on, nothing too fancy. We have my reading goals for the year and a book tracker so I can colour in how many books I've read. My goal is to read 60 this year. We then have my library, which I'm going to colour in with a colour code and how many stars I have rated a book. There are again 60 on here, so that's my aim for the year, but there is space if I do end up reading a few more to add those in too. This is my 26 to 2026 TBR, so the 26 books that I want to read, mainly off my physical TBR this year. So again, once a book has been read, then I can colour it in. We have my monthly stats page to track how many books, how many pages, how many physical books versus ebooks that I've read, and whether it was from my physical TBR or if I've bought some this month. Then we have my monthly tracker and my genre tracker, which looks super boring at the moment, but when I have actually started filling it in, then there will be almost like a bar graph to go through how many I've read in each month and in each genre. Then we have my series tracker for the series that I'm in the middle of and how many books in that series that I've read. My plan is to obviously finish off some of these this year. These are 5-star predictions of books that are currently on my physical TBR that I think I will rate 5 stars, and then once I have read them I can write the rating underneath to see whether they actually were 5 stars or not. Then we have my most anticipated releases of the year, and underneath I'm going to write when I've read them, and then I can also have space for how much I've rated them as well. I might add to this because there now are some more that I am planning to read this year that are also being released this year. Some that I've seen on social media and things like that by publishers and stuff that I'm now excited for and want to read. I then saw this in someone else's reading journal, so I'll pop on the screen who that was, so I can't remember now, but I will go back and have a look. I'm just planning to print out little covers of the books that I have bought this year and then put them in the shopping basket. We have bookish bingo, so here I'll be colouring in each of the prompts once I've read a book that matches with it. Then I have the A to Z reading challenge, so I'm planning to read a book beginning with every letter of the alphabet this year. I actually just didn't have some for like Q, W and X last year, so some of the more difficult letters. Then we have a Hall of Fame, so any books that are 5 stars this year are going to go on here. I know it's ambitious, but at the end of the year if it's blank then I might end up adding my 4.5 or 4.75 stars in here too. This is my monthly favourites page. I know there are more than 12 squares on here. Either I will just leave some of the squares on the page because I like it just being a bit more colourful, or sometimes I have 2 favourites in a month if I can't pick. Then the next 2 pages are for my book club, so it's going to be where I'm tracking each month's book club read, what it is and then what I've rated it to. Then I have a reading challenge which I do with my book club every quarter, so this is again kind of like a bingo situation. So this is where I'm tracking this, as I kept forgetting what the prompts were, so having it in my reading journal is going to be much more helpful. Then we have my first spread, which is for January. This is my TBR for January. Again, in my book club we have a monthly bingo as well, so I've kept tracking that in here, and then I'll put my wrap up on that page, and if I read more than is going to fit on there, then obviously I'll continue it onto the next page, but I'm hoping that will all fit on there. But that is everything that I've done in my reading journal so far. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back soon with another one.